Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Now in today's video, we do have here one of LG's most powerful or stronger TVs, that is actually the LG C3. Now this is actually my first time using or actually experiencing an LG TV, so I'm super excited to share my experience with you guys. Naturally, the main key highlight point I would say here is that the TV itself is using an OLED panel. So again, if you guys have watched my videos before, you would know that OLED is actually one of the best. It's definitely better than LCD, better than QLED as well. So let's talk about the experience with the LG C3. Now before we start, I think the first thing that we should talk about is actually in terms of the design. Now the design wise, it's actually very minimalist. Naturally, this is a flagship kind of TV, so you're getting like minimal side bezels, you're getting a super thin frame, everything that you would expect from an expensive TV. What I wanted to highlight here is actually in terms of the weight. Now you might be quite surprised, but this TV is actually a 77 inch, and I found that it's actually a bit lighter than my previous TV that was about the similar size. You will still need two people, like another friend of yours, to help you remove the TV from the box safely, but overall I just noticed that it was a bit lighter, and that is also great. Moving down to the TV itself, you'll notice that I do use a stand on my TV dock, and that's because I don't really mount my TVs to the wall. But the stand here is one that actually looks very minimalist. It has a small footprint. Overall, I think it just gels in with my overall living room setup, and it looks great on my TV console. In terms of the sizes for the TV, I think it's actually pretty interesting because you do get a very wide range. It ranges from 40 plus inches, there's also like 50 plus, 60 plus, 70 plus and 80 plus, so there's a lot of different sizes that will be able to match your needs. However, do note that the 40 plus inches models are not as bright as its bigger brothers. Now moving on to the remote, guys, I think the remote is actually a very important component of the TV itself because it actually helps you to interact with the TV itself. And one thing I noticed here when I first looked at it, I thought that it came with a lot of buttons, but after using it for a bit, I noticed that these buttons are actually very useful, especially if you want to get direct access to certain functions. So say for example, you have all your streaming applications directly at the bottom section, you have a numpad at the top, so for instance, you need to key in numbers, you don't have to like point it all around, you can just key it in very easily. And overall, I just think that the entire remote works very well by giving you very quick access to functions that you need to access right away. Another thing that I noticed about this remote is pretty cool, and is that it comes with IMUs on board. I think there's a couple of sensors in here that allows you to just point the remote at the TV, so it's sort of like you have a magic wand and you can actually choose and select stuff directly by just pointing at it. Nice! Also, one final thing, guys, there's also a very tiny roller clicker sort of thing in the middle. So let's say you do not want to navigate using the top, down, left and right. You can also use that little ball here to just navigate around, which again I think is very clever. Alright, so that's just in terms of the design for the TV and the remote, but maybe we should talk a bit about the interface. So what we have here is essentially WebOS from LG. So it's tuned by LG, so you do have a lot of familiar applications already pre-installed into the TV. Of course, you can go ahead and install more applications if you need that. But I think the cool thing here is that there's also a couple of different modes that you can go into the TV that allows you to use the TV more than just a normal TV. So you have your home office, you have your game, you have your music, you have your home hub. There's a lot of cool things that you can do with the TV itself. And under this, at the AirPlay, you can also just share your pictures and see it directly on the TV itself. And it's very sharp and super clear, guys. I think this is one of the clearest and sharpest kind of picture that I've seen on any other TVs before. So yep, pretty cool there in terms of that. Now just speaking about the display quality of the TV, I think we should shift gears and just highlight like how good it really looks for an OLED TV, guys. So one thing I noticed is that the blacks are super dark, the whites are super white. Of course, LG has actually put in their latest Alpha 9 AI processor Gen 6, which is actually very capable. Now just think about this, processors are very essential in making sure your TV responds very quickly as well. So whenever I just jump into applications, say for example I jump into YouTube, Netflix or whatever, one click and you jump straight into the app. It takes very minimal amount of time to get into the app itself, and I think that is great to give you a very seamless user experience. Of course, the TV itself also features AI Picture Pro and AI Sound Pro. It comes with the HDR10 Pro, Dolby Vision IQ, Dolby Atmos, so all the good things that you can expect from the TV itself to ensure that your overall viewing experience is going to be one of the best that you can actually get from any TV out there. And it really tells, guys. So I was watching a couple of movies, watching my YouTube. The picture quality is just next level on the LG C3, something that I've never really experienced before. So this is definitely one of the best TVs that I've actually tried in my living space. Now one final thing to note here is that just in terms of your eye protection, these days there's a lot of tech going into that. The TV itself is TUV Rheinland certified for eye care. It also has minimal flickers, so overall very good kind of display that you can expect from the LG C3. Now just to close up with a final more points, in terms of connectivity, you might notice on the side itself that you do have a lot of ports, guys. I think you have at least like 4 HDMI, so you can put in your your speakers itself for the ARC. You can also put in your PS5, your Xbox. You can have a lot of connectivity. You can expect to plug in anything that you need through that box at the back. Now just very quickly touching on gaming as well, it also comes with VRR. It has like 120 Hz, 4K, and of course there is also like a gaming mode, like sort of a menu that you can actually tune to actually just fine-tune your gaming experience. And I think using this TV as a gaming machine is also going to be pretty exciting. Alright guys, so that pretty much wraps up my quick take on the LG C3. Again, a very excellent TV, one of the best that I've actually used before in my personal living space. If you are looking to get yourself like the best of the best, one of the most impressive looking TVs, definitely you should check out LG's C series. There's again a wide range of different sizes, so you don't really have to spend like a ton of money to get the bigger size one. Even the middle size ones are also pretty good. So yeah, if you have any further questions, feel free to leave a comment down below. Thank you for watching all the way to the end. Look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Take care and stay safe. Bye bye.